This is Sheep School. Today we are going to have a look at the Clipex Mobile Handler. I have it out on demo. We're going to put it through its paces. I've received grant funding of 60% for a new handling system to try and make things a little bit easier. So this is the first one out on trial in a series of videos coming up. We're going to have a look at a few of the different options for handling systems. Let's have a look. So that was as far as we got there, but this pen would have been very handy for working in, more suitable for summer work. But there we go, we'll set up across the road here. Bit scarce on gates, but we get some kind of a setup done.
Yeah, you pull there.
So the wheel just drops off here. You have electric jacks here.
Yeah.
That are worked on the panel.
The panel 3 jack.
Jerry here from Clipex, and Matty, another Clipex man from Australia.
From Australia, yeah.
Good man, yeah. You're working over here for a while.
Just a few months, yeah.
Good man.
Yeah.
Well, usually most of the Irish people are heading across to your country, so it's good to see some Australians coming over to us.
Half of them are there anyway, are they?
Yeah. So we're just getting it set up here. You see the wheels and the hubs. They're a suspension hub. It actually tows quite well. You'd notice a bit of weight now when you're towing it, but you'd notice good suspension in it because it's a rough road on the way in. So the hubs just slip off and these electric jacks do all the heavy lifting. So you'll see there's 3 jacks on it to level it up, square it all up. The machine is pretty compact when it's all folded up. I was scratching my head wondering what way it unfolds, but it'd be interesting to see the way it all pieces together.
Hinge section front and back. This is our sensor bar. The sensors are hidden underneath, so there's no contact with the sheep whatsoever. They can't move. So you release the sensor bar, a small gate here, you release that gate, you come behind. This is your loading table.
Okay, so that's your ramp up into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll adjust the height when we have her set.
Yeah.
You lock your sensor bar back into place.
So this is your front section now, your 3-way drafting that's unfolding here.
5-way draft is optional. Yeah.
And is it much bulkier on it, or how? It's another section, I presume.
Another section that adds on here.
Okay, okay.
Your 2 legs at the front.
Yeah. So it's all powered by a 12-volt battery here.
12-volt battery, yeah.
Yeah. So the electronics end of it runs off a 12-volt battery, and then we've a wee air compressor to get set up as well. Just going to get a bit of penning set up here, and we'll get some sheep in next. So with these hoggets gathered in here now, tried to drive into this field here. You've seen us at that. Pretty impossible. This ground is extremely heavy, and the rain has been relentless. So we've all our ewe lambs in here. It's handy for gathering them up. So Kean's up here at the end there. He's been holding them. We're a bit scarce on gates, so we're just going to run them across. We have a pen set up here. We'll get them in, we'll make a start. Look at the ground conditions here. Very, very difficult. The rain is relentless. So we're just set up, we're running them across. This is an unplanned bit of a setup we're doing here, but I suppose it's real life farming here in Ireland. It's very difficult to get, especially on when you're away on broken bits of ground. It's very hard to have pens, enough pens for. So this is the old lambs, or the hoggets now. I'm never exactly sure when they change into hoggets, but there's about 200, 210, 215. I'm not fully sure, but we might be able to do a head count when we're weighing them through here now. We're just set up here. We're just going to run them through the handler here to watch. We can watch them weigh in here. We'll see it in action. So it's auto weighing and auto drafting. We've it set 35 to 40 kilos. It's going straight on. and anything heavier is going to the left. Now, it's just for demonstration purposes. We could really do with another pen set up here, but we haven't got enough gates. If we were in on the other pen where we got stuck, it would definitely work.
As to how far by the size of the animal as where you want to catch it.
So that's the position now.
Further along.
Okay.
Okay. So you bring it back. The further back you bring it.
Yeah. Okay.
It's recording each animal's tag and assigning the weight to that animal.
So the panel reader here is picking up the tag number.
Yeah. Sending it here to the XRP2.
Yeah.
XRP2 is sending that information to the XR5000.
Okay.
So you can download the information off of either one with Bluetooth on your phone with the app.
Okay. Okay. It's recording all the weights to the EID tag. All the tags have the microchip in them, so it's using the technology that we were forced into using, but it's actually very useful. You might have seen me using it in other videos. So you'll see it's auto drafting here. So it's just for demonstration purposes to show it working. Pretty handy if you're drafting lambs here for stores or for the factory weights or whatever. So just a few escapees here. They just bust out the gate. It just wasn't tied properly. Usual crack in sheep farming. Up. Here, wait. Shh. Come on, good dog. All right.
Just drafting by weight. Yeah. You can also set the head on it to drafting by sex.
Very useful at weaning time. I do split them and you're always checking.
Yeah. Split them into your own mobs, whatever way you want to set it up.
Yeah. I couldn't be standing in the worst place, blocking the flow here. The gate system that's been used there, this one is kind of a back-in gate.
Head up one.
Yeah.
Okay. We shove the next one in. If the flow is right, this will catch. I'll show you now.
Aye, so that's stopping them coming back, that gate.
That's the backing gate.
Yeah.
I'm in a bad spot as well.
Yeah.
You have two anti-jump bars here as well.
Yeah.
Here.
Important for the hornies, I suppose.
Oh, they're fun.
Yeah. When you watch it working here, what it's doing is securing a sheep in this area, and when the sheep that's actually caught is released, it lets the next one on.
It's all about the setup and the lead up to it.
Yeah. This probably is not ideal.
It's not ideal.
Sheeted gates would be better here.
That's what we're working with for today, yeah.
Right. It was on auto draft and auto weighing. We'll just switch now to semi-automatic.
Semi-automatic?
Yeah.
So when you have the sheep caught, give this one squeeze.
Yeah.
It locks it in. Okay. Okay. Then you tilt. Yeah.
So this gate lifts up.
Yeah, you have full access here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's pretty handy for dagging there or...
And then you hear this end.
Yeah.
Inspect your hand on the head. Yeah. Goat. Maybe one.
Yep.
Right. Head back down. It will still sign a weight and draft it out whatever gate you want. So same again. And squeeze. Tilt. Depending on what end of the animal you want to work on.
Aye, so you have a switch here to open this flap and the back flap. So pretty much you have access to everywhere you need.
Yeah.
Now, is the thinking, if you want to do something with feet, you lift your flap and you have access there?
You have access there.
Yeah.
You could pull this gate open.
Yeah.
You can get out.
Aye, you could have your sheep a little bit further forward.
You can have them a bit further forward.
Yeah, it's actually a nice height when you look at it there.
Yeah, you're not breaking your back.
Yeah. Well, it's not that I do it with feet myself. I don't actually pair feet if I can avoid it at all. Very, very seldom I use the shears. But it's nice to be able to get a look at them there.
We give it a bit of a squeeze. That's locked the system in place.
Yeah.
Access here.
Yeah.
Access here. For dagging.
Yeah.
Checking out.
Yeah.
Right, as I said, the head flap is usable. The animal will still go out the gate, it should go out.
Is there a weight limit on the lamb that you would say handling?
Oh, you wouldn't go, there's 4 draft and there's 4 pressure settings on it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your lowest pressure.
Yeah.
Over 20 kilos anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll work on that low pressure.
We'll work on that low pressure.
Yeah, okay.
I'll show you if you look down here. There's 4 settings.
Yeah, so you can adjust these into the different positions there.
Different positions. You can bring it here and you can adjust the catch wall, the angle of the catch wall as well.
Okay. On that pneumatic ram at the back?
On the pneumatic ram as well.
Okay.
So you can adjust it to suit whatever sheep you're working with on the day.
Originally I had asked for a demo on this machine, and we'd got this machine to do my yos for the Hepatitis P. Heavily pregnant.
Heavily pregnant.
Any trouble with say working? Would you? Is there a time frame that you say maybe not a month before lambing?
A month before, and I would have it on a low setting.
Okay, aye. Yeah, well the fight pressure usually goes ahead of my find.
And you can adjust the wall to suit
the width.
Where she's coming over this way maybe, and there's not as much pressure. She's not clamping this way. Yeah. She's clamping over.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's an interesting one. But there we go. So we can go from 20 kilo lamb up to a yo, pregnant yo, 3-4 weeks out from lambing. Yeah. Okay. So you'll see we were chatting about the positioning here of the sensors. So these are actually the sensors. I saw some of the other auto drafters where the sensors are on the side. And one thing when I saw it sitting in my shed, Jerry, was I thought this thing was going to be in the way, but it's totally not in the way.
No.
You know, it's a mile away from where you're actually working.
Yeah.
So it's quite easy to move them sensors.
Yeah.
So we were just...
You adjust the sensors as to how far along you want the sheep in the catch.
We were just saying, you move your sensor forward. You'll see me dosing now in a minute. We're going to be fluke dosing these lambs. So we can move that sensor forward that you catch your sheep a little bit further forward for more access to the head. If you're doing any dagging, which I avoid at all costs, move your sensor back and you have your back end a little bit more access here, we'll say. So the other part of the puzzle here is the foot pedals. It's radio controlled, everything.
Yeah.
You can do everything without having to touch the panel. Yeah.
Or you can do it manually if you're good. If you've good speed.
Yeah. Okay.
So your animal comes through, you catch.
Right.
Tilt them up to you.
Yeah.
You do what you have to do.
Yeah.
Release the animal.
Probably makes sense if you have a shears or something in your hands.
Yeah.
You know, you're
leaving yourself hands free.
Yeah.
You're also bringing them up to a height that's comfortable on your back.
Yeah.
Because every farmer knows that handling sheep is bad for the back.
Yeah. I can tell myself. I can feel the mileage on the clock now myself.
Yeah.
Robbie, how do you feel? Is the mileage on your clock now?
I don't know when you're about. You lift a load of my shoulder.
Yeah. My back is broke carrying you now.
For Christ's sake.
There's also an option here for the handheld remote.
Right.
So you have an animal coming through, you can catch, if you see an animal coming through that you want to catch in particular,
yeah,
you can push your animals through till you see the animal that you want.
So that we will say if you hadn't your setup done on the auto draft and you hadn't the tag number or she'd no tag or whatever.
Now, while you have an animal there and you want to send them to a pen, wherever you wish, you can pick which one you want before you release.
Yeah. Okay, so that's manual on the remote.
Yeah.
I would imagine an advantage if you're a one-man show and you're at a new batch of sheep that maybe weren't used to it, at least you can work back a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, to keep the flow going.
Yeah,
if they're a bit slow.
Yeah.
Now we're just going to dose these here now for fluke. They haven't been done in about 8 weeks. You might have seen the backpack. It's available now on the sheepschoolshop.com. Link up here. Have a look. Might be some other stuff maybe of interest here. So you may have seen this before. Now you've got the holster belt here as well. Hold your gun here. You've actually a second clamp here for a second gun. So we'll make a start. Now Robbie, neither of us is getting any younger.
No,
What's your honest opinion on the machine?
absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Buy it.
Yeah.
Wait a minute now.
Yeah.
It costs nothing to look at and very little to
Yeah,
buy.
yeah. Well, we'll talk about that maybe a bit later, but it is unbelievable the workload this thing takes at a sheep farm.
Well, we'll have to wait and see now.
Yeah, yeah.
The proof of the pudding's in the eating of
Yeah.
it.
Well, we might even get the pro here to dose a few and show a pensioner actually using it as well.
Yeah, yeah. I do it. Don't let them know.
All right. So just for the weigh-in here, we've run them through the scales already. Jerry's just going to have a look and see what my maximum weight is and the average weight, and we'll have a fair idea of what these need to get on the dose. So we're going to clamp them, and this gate actually lifts up out of the way. Quite simple to swing it back out of the way. So you have better access at the front here for your dosing. So we'll give you a look at it working. We're going to do them both ways. You'll see me here working, clamping them, keeping the sheep upright, and the alternative then is clamping the sheep and turning her on the side and then dosing. You'll see it both ways. It's an optional, whatever suits your system better. Probably straight up clamping and straight through is going to be a little bit faster, but it depends on the operator. I could just imagine an agier operator might be a little bit easier to turn them on the side, but you can have a look at it here working both ways. Right, so this is kind of set here that with the sensor set, the sheep is coming up pretty close to the outside. Unbelievable the way that takes the rest of the sheep. It's a great job. Come on. Yeah, so I just want to open this gate here. The switch for that is in here. It's pretty handy. That's a nice height to work at, but I'm not sure if it's any easier. And it releases in on that. So I can just dose it here. Yeah, I think personal preference, I'd probably dose with them standing up straight. Definitely slower to do it that way. Definitely. You've much better speed when you're jumping
Just the
up.
flow keeps going, doesn't it? Yeah.
So just operating here on semi-auto, I think it's called, where it clamps the sheep. It clamps the sheep automatically using the sensors. And then when I have the sheep dosed, to release it, I just hit the button here to release it. So the aging demographic of farmers in Ireland anyway is pretty old. Now I'm not saying you're pretty old, Robbie. I'm not saying you're pretty old.
Oh well, you're not exactly saying I'm not.
But they're definitely, we'd say, aging well.
Yes, yes.
They're silver to white.
Yeah.
So, just show Robbie using it and how easy it is. Robbie doesn't normally do much dosing. He usually leaves all the hardship to me, and he gets all the handy numbers.
Yes, I agree.
Show us in action here. You put your hand under his chin there like that. That's it, yeah. That's it, pull your trigger. Lovely job, easy as that. Right. Now, hit your yellow button, push your yellow button back away from you. That's it. That's it.
Open lights, son. That's the gossip.
Well, what do you reckon? Good machine?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Will DSB pension cover it?
No. I'm good at that, you know. It's a gem all the time and you didn't know it.
You know what? I think it'd be nearly worth buying one of these alone. Robbie could do a bit of dosing then. I could leave you at it, Robbie.
Good.
Now, last one done. Happy days. Oil pressure is better than blood pressure. In this instance, air pressure is definitely better than blood pressure. That was the easiest bit of dosing I think I've ever done with lambs. And we were actually rattling through them. And our setup wasn't fantastic. The system here, we didn't have shielded gates and it probably didn't help the flow, but we still rattled through them pretty quick. Alright. So as sheep usually do, they went the wrong direction up that way. So we just run them back into the field here now. Alright. Yep. Away. Away, Pops. Away. Good dog. Away. Away. Good dog. Good dog. Come by. Come by. Good dog. Good dog. Now Robbie. Now Robbie's after getting a step count in there, gathering up them strays. Now your honest opinion.
Oh, there's no difference. It's added 2 years on my life. Anyway.
What do we do? Sign the check?
Oh, I think you should sign it, man.
Yeah. Robbie's impressed. I'm impressed. Let me know what you think in the comments. It'd be great to hear from you. Now, I received no money for this. This is a totally independent demonstration of using the machine. Now, that is a look at the Clipex handling system, mobile handler. Jerry, you mentioned there's a fixed option.
There's a fixed option, the Eco model.
Eco, which is significantly cheaper than this.
It's 15,000?
Yeah.
15,000.
Yeah, okay, 15. That one we're looking at there is about
23.
23 plus VAT, here in Ireland. Yeah, okay. There is grant funding available for it. But for a fixed option at 15, it is, as the name suggests, it's more economical for maybe some of the smaller farmers. But that is a look at the Clipex handler. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time. Thanks, man.
Thank you very much.
Now, so if you would like to see more of this type of video, studying the different handling system options, giving them a go, drop me a line in the comments. It'd be great to hear from you.